Hi everyone, welcome back to Elite Tech Club, where learning is actually fun. Today we are talking about something super basic but super important: data types in JavaScript. It's like figuring out what kind of stuff you're dealing with in your program. Is it a text? Is it a number? Or a banana? Well, not that last one. So, what is a data type? A data type tells JavaScript what kind of value something is. Think of it like labeling a box. Hey, this has numbers in it. Or this one is just a string of text. We have two main categories in JavaScript. One is primitive types, and the other is non-primitive types or reference types. Let's go over them one by one. Let's start with the primitive data types. These are the basic building blocks in JavaScript. There are 7 of them. 1. String, used to represent text. Double or single quotes, both work. 2. Number, represents numeric values, including integers and decimals. JavaScript has only one number type for all numbers, no distinction between int or float. 3. Boolean, true or false, often used in conditions. 4. Undefined, a variable that has been declared but not assigned a value. 5. Null, a special value that means no value. 6. Symbol, used for unique identifiers, often with objects. You won't use these much as a beginner, but they're important in more advanced topics. 7. Big int, for very large integers beyond the safe limit of number. Add an n at the end. Next, we have reference types, also called non-primitive. These include 1. Object, the most powerful data type in JavaScript, used to group related data and functions. 2. Array, a special kind of object for lists. Zero-based indexing like most languages. 3. Function. Functions are also objects in JavaScript. There's a special operator in JavaScript which allows us to check a variable's data type. It's the typeof operator. Shortly, we will see it in action. Enough talking. Let's open the code editor and see this stuff come to life. Okay, now we open the IDE. I created a folder called data types on my machine. Inside of that, we need 2 files, like before, one HTML file. I name it index.html. Of course, the name is up to you. And the other one is script.js, which is our JavaScript file. Again, the name is up to you. So in the HTML file, using the MS abbreviation, I type in exclamation mark and then tab key. So here we have the skeleton of our HTML file. Then we need the script tag to reference our JS file. So use the src attribute, then set it to script.js. And now we set up everything. We can focus on our JavaScript file. So using 2 forward slashes, I try to add a comment. First, we would like to add primitive types. And then after that, reference types. Okay, so here, then the variable name. First, we would like to declare a string. First name equals Anna, for example. And then another comment here to state that it's a string. After that, we would like to define a number. So age equals 27, for example. This is a number. Then imagine that she is a developer, so we can add a Boolean value. Is developer, can be either true or false. So here we set it to true. This is a Boolean. Then if we declare a variable without assignment, I will name it not defined. And if we don't assign any value, by default it will be undefined. Then we will add another variable, nothing equals null. This is of type null. Next we add an ID which is of type symbol. So symbol, as mentioned, if you are a beginner, it's rarely used in your programs, but you know, for advanced applications, then probably you will need it. So this is the symbol. And finally, we have big int. So I'll define a variable named large number and then set it to a very large number with the n at the end. This is very important. Okay, cool. And this is a big int. So we declared all of them. Now we would like to also see the output in the console. So console.log, and we'll start from the first variable name. You can separate different parts with a comma. So name, first name. Then I would also like to print the type. So type is then comma, and also we should add typeof operator, and again the variable name in front of it. So this part basically shows us what is the type of the variable. To save some time, I will copy this line and paste it 6 times. Just I need to change the variables here, and of course the text. Age, then is developer, I will pause the video here, then I will come back when all of them has been set. Okay, cool. So I fixed the rest of console.log statements. Here we need to run our application. We are using live server, so we can click on go live, and then we see an empty page here. Alternatively, you can double click on your HTML file in the file explorer. So here, if I right click and click on inspect and then go to the console tab, I see all the printed values here. So here you can see the code, and here the results. So name Anna is of type string, age 27, number is developer is true, which is a Boolean. Not defined is undefined, both the value and the type are undefined. Then we have null, which is interestingly an object. This is a very old bug in JavaScript, remaining for many years. Then we have the symbol, which is of type symbol. Then our large number with the n at the end of it, which is a big int. Okay, now let's add reference types. First, I will define an object. Let person. An object is basically a group of related stuff. So person has a name, which can be Jack, for example, and also an age, which can be 36. This is an object. Then we have array. So an array is simply a list. So a list of colors here, for example, red. Then we have green. Then we have blue. This is an array. Last but not least, we have functions. So functions are code blocks which can be reused. We will dive deeper into them in the upcoming videos. So function, this function is a very simple one which says hi. So console.log and hi. This is a function. Same as before, I copy one of the lines from above and paste it 3 times. So we have person, then we have colors, and finally our function. I will save the file, and here is the result. So see person, which is an object. Then we have an array, and if you see the type, you also see the object, because as mentioned, arrays are a special kind of objects. And then we have the function, which is of type function. Let's quickly recap. We have 10 different data types in JavaScript. They are divided into 2 main categories: primitive types, which include string, number, boolean, undefined, null, symbol, and big int; and reference types or non-primitive types, which include object, array, and function. Great! Now you know data types in JavaScript. However, we've only scratched the surface. Stay tuned for more detailed breakdowns of each data type with real-world examples. If this video was helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to Elite Tech Club, and drop your weirdest type of discovery in the comments. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.